They're out of here.
Get out of my game. Yeah, I looked at my probe. I was like, there's 2 lings in there. It could be an all-in, but I really don't know. I was like, and then like I'm like, a bit of shade with these adepts just to see if there's anything outside my base. I'm like, that's a lot of zerglings. We should probably like prepare for some sort of like all-in or something. GG's. And then I let him in. How did I fucking let him in, man? I could have reinforced that wall so easily. I had money, man. So lazy, dude. I get all my units surrounded and shit. I'm like, this should have been the easiest hold of my life. I always let them in. No matter how good like the first hold is, I'm like, nah, I'll leave it open, let you blow it up and surround all my shit. Make the game a lot closer than it should be. I think it's for the hype. It's for the hype. It's not because I'm an idiot. No. For the hype. FTL soundtrack. Let's go. We survived. That's all that matters.
Good luck. Have
I will take it. Good luck. Have fun, yo. We're playing Patty Mac. The Mackest of patties. You guys ever have a patty? And then you're like, I wish this patty had more Mac. Well, guess what? Look no further. You found Patty Mac. He's actually really good at PvP. Really good. He's probably going to kick my ass. I'm going to just go for my 3-gate robo that I go for every game while I try to improve my micro. I figured this is one of those builds I want to be able to just do. I've done enough times that I can just do it. And I'm like, this is the build. Awesome. You know, let's go. I don't want to be like, oh shit, I haven't practiced that in a while. So I want it to be a build that I've done so many times that it's in my brain forever. And it's always there, ready to pull out when I need it. When in doubt, pull out. But yeah, no, seriously. Like, whenever you are in doubt about your opponent in a PvP, it's actually a pretty good idea to pull out. Pull out the 3-gate robo. Pull out the 3-gate. Cool. All right, we're just double checking what's going on. There's a big map, so we'll scout right now. Get some warning on what's going on. So make sure these camera keys are all good. That shit can fuck you up later if you don't set that stuff up consistently. Gotta set it all up. All right, Cybercore goes down. Second pylon can go down there. Alright. I do like to build a proxy pylon. Normally I don't proxy robo. I would consider it on this map though, just because this map's, you know, this map's pretty tough, man. Big map. Hard to get across. Just gonna make sure that robo goes down right on time. It's odd that he's following me. It's a little bit unusual. So you got 2 stalkers and you chrono boost warp gate, and then you just wait for the gas before you drop that robo. Obviously a 3rd pylon first as well. I like to put it there so we can put shield batteries on the low ground if needed. And all right, he's gonna put a 3rd pylon there. And don't delay it. Don't delay it even a little bit. Get ready to wall off in case it's adepts. Now my opponent Patty loves to just be
shadows. I am the voice of the eclipse.
He loves his what do you call them? Sentries. He's a sentry fiend, man.
State that you require. State I am here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows. Very well. Forever sleep. It shall be as you say. We cold is the void. I am the voice of the
research.
Oh, I've got the 2nd chrono on the warp gate.
Not the probes.
Let our enemy know our fury.
I was a little bit worried about that because I was like, why is he luring me that way?
We are one with the shadows.
I probably should have just built a pylon since I need it anyway.
I am here in the shadows.
Base is under attack.
Code you require. We are one.
That second Void Ray right on time, man. The depth recall as well, real important there. I don't know, should I have stood my ground and fought? I don't know, man. Obviously, we can do a little bit of in and out micro. Not the best micro.
I am the heart. We are one with the shadows. State the bidding. I state the. You require my skills. I am here in the shadows.
Power of good Prism Micro, man.
Not the probe. And there.
Power of good Prism Micro. That's on Western US. So I'm actually learning, like, since I blocked the Australian server, my micro has gotten a lot better. It's the consistency. So I'm actually able to build muscle memory now, and I can break through. Now, obviously, this wouldn't have worked if he didn't move out. He shouldn't have come away from the shield batteries. If he stayed back there, you got to be really, really patient, because those Void Rays can get out microed, because they can get volleyed down really hard. So that engage where he moved out was him just like, he just needed to defend, and he actually needed to focus on his get stalk account more than anything. His stalk account. But yeah, basically notice that we were taking damage on our stalkers continually. So not that was, you could argue that's an overextension, but he got the prism, so maybe it was this fight just here. Yeah, this fight. So I'm just poking around. I'm like, let's warp in a few more stalkers. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you while you're warping in. So he actually overcharges, clicks on the prism. One Void Ray on its own isn't gonna kill a prism, because that warp-in's already done. So not only, so that's wasted damage, but it also exposes that Void Ray. So we get to stutter that down. The prism survives. Now we lose 2 stalkers very early in that fight, but look at that. He's trying to get my prism, but I'm pulling it back, and I start saving stalkers, and a lot of his shots start getting wasted. I'm picking the stalkers up. Maybe not as many as I thought. A lot of the shots are still connecting, but we're still getting all the weak stalkers to the back, which was very key there. And the shield battery's not able to take part in that fight, and losing both Void Rays is just so rough. So yeah, anytime those Void Rays are exposed like that and they can get volleyed down, it's really rough for your opponent. I was going to try and just break through and jump on top of him, so I was doing Zealots for raw absorbability and damage. So if you're running forward, your opponent has to stutter step back. And often when they're stutter stepping back, it's hard for them to focus fire, especially if they're surprised by the attack, right? So the Zealots are really good. Use Adept's kind of the same, 10 less hit points, but similar in that it's just a light unit, doesn't take bonus damage from Stalkers, just very cheap to warp in, gets in the way. And if your opponent doesn't stutter back, they do sick damage for their cost. But most importantly, they can absorb a lot more hits than a Stalker can. So yeah, and then how many did we get? Oh yeah, we volleyed them down pretty well here. So I was like, nah, fuck it. I think I got enough. And just two-shot these stalkers. That shield battery wasn't helping through any of that either. That shield battery's too far back. Cool. Proud of myself there. As I said, you know, would it have always worked? Not necessarily. Should have been good. Why didn't he focus on the prism straight away? Well, you'd need to ask him that question, wouldn't you, Ramage? He obviously thought the Void Ray on its own would take it out. But, yeah, that was just obviously it was a bad call by him, right?